Have you ever wondered if she's just not that into you? Perhaps you're just not seeing the signs. Today, we're going to tackle this topic head-on, shedding light on those subtle indications you might be missing. We're confident that by the end of this video, you'll be able to read the signs like a pro. So if you're ready to face the truth, no matter how hard it might be, let's jump right in. So buckle up, gents, as we dive into the 10 signs she's just not that into you. Sign number 1, she's always busy. And by always, we mean always. Now, we're not talking about the typical busy bee who's juggling work, school, or personal projects. We're referring to those instances when she seems to be perpetually unavailable without any attempts to find some spare time for you. Sure, life can get chaotic, but when someone is genuinely interested, they'll make an effort to squeeze you into their schedule no matter how packed it is. If you're constantly hearing, "I'm busy," without any hint of a rain check, it might be a sign that she's not as into you as you'd hoped. It's a subtle, polite way of keeping distance without causing a scene or creating discomfort. So if she's perpetually busy, she might just be politely avoiding you. Moving on to sign number 2, she doesn't initiate contact. Communication, as we all know, is key in any relationship. It's a two-way street that requires mutual effort. If you find that you're always the one sending the first text, making the first call, or setting up the plans, it's worth taking a step back and paying attention. Her lack of initiation can be a red flag that she's not as invested as you are. It might mean she's not thinking about you when you're not around, or she's not eager to continue the conversation. It could be that she's just not that into you. Now, this doesn't mean she has to be the one to always reach out. It's about balance. It's about both parties being equally involved and interested. So if you're always the one reaching out, it's time to rethink things. Sign number 3, she's distant when you're together. Now, we're not just talking about physical distance here, although that can certainly be a part of it. If she seems to always maintain a certain space between you, it could indicate her lack of interest, but it's more about emotional distance. Does she seem disengaged when you're together? Does she often seem lost in her own thoughts? If she's more interested in her phone than in your conversation, that's a red flag. It's like she's physically present but mentally somewhere else. This lack of engagement, this distance, it's more than just an off day. It's a consistent pattern that indicates she's not really into you. Maybe she's not fully aware of it herself, or maybe she is and she's trying to let you down gently. Either way, if she's physically present but mentally absent, that's a clear sign. Sign number 4, she often talks about other guys. Now, there could be a myriad of reasons why she might do this. It could be a simple, innocent conversation, or it could be a tactic to show her disinterest or deflect attention away from a potential romantic relationship with you. When she constantly discusses her male friends, her ex-boyfriends, or even that cute guy from the gym, she might be trying to subtly hint that she only sees you as a friend. She could be using the conversation to set a boundary, to keep the relationship platonic. It's a way of saying, "Hey, I'm not interested in you," in that way, without actually saying those words. It's a difficult pill to swallow, but it's crucial to understand and respect her signals. If she's constantly bringing up other guys, she might be hinting that she's not into you. Sign number 5, she avoids serious talks. Deep conversations are the lifeblood of any meaningful relationship. They help us to explore each other's minds, to understand our hopes, dreams, and fears. They're the building blocks that form connections, bonds that go beyond the surface level. Now imagine you're trying to delve into these profound discussions, but she's consistently dodging the conversation. Every attempt to venture beyond the mundane is met with a swift change of topic or a vague response. This can be a sign that she's not ready to let you in, to reveal her inner thoughts and emotions. It's not about forcing someone to open up, but rather about recognizing the willingness to share, to connect on a deeper level. If she's always avoiding these serious talks, it might mean she's not interested in building that emotional intimacy with you. If she's always steering clear of serious topics, she might not be interested in a deeper connection. Sign number 6, she doesn't include you in her future plans. This one might sting a bit, but it's a clear signal that she may not see the relationship going the distance. You see, when we're truly invested in someone, we naturally weave them into our future. We talk about trips we want to take together, dream homes we'd like to build, maybe even the number of kids we'd like to have. But when she's planning her life and you're not a part of that picture, it says something about her intentions. It's not necessarily about the big things either. If she's not including you in small future plans like the weekend's outing or a friend's party next month, that's a red flag too. It's a sign that she's not considering a long-term commitment. If she's planning her future and you're not in it, that's a sign. Sign number 7, she doesn't introduce you to her friends. This can be a telling sign that she's not as invested in the relationship as you might hope. In most relationships, there comes a time when introductions to friends are made. It's a significant step, showing that she's proud to be with you and wants to share you with the people who matter most in her life. It's a sign she sees you as more than just a casual date. But if she's avoiding these introductions, it might indicate that she's not quite ready to integrate you into her world. It could be because she doesn't see a long-term future, or she's not yet sure about her feelings. It's worth noting that everyone's pace is different, so don't rush into conclusions. However, if you've been together for a while and you're still a mystery to her friends, she might not be that into you. Sign number 8, she rarely compliments you. Compliments, my friends, are not just a bunch of sweet words. They are the subtle expressions of interest, the unspoken language of admiration. When she's into you, she'll notice the little things, the new haircut, the hard-earned muscle tone, even the quirky way you tie your shoelaces. And she'll compliment you on them, letting you know she appreciates you, cares for you, and yes, is attracted to you. But what happens when these compliments are as scarce as rain in the desert? It's a stark sign, a red flag waving in the wind. A lack of compliments may simply mean she's not noticing, not appreciating, and not attracted. It could be that she's just not the expressive type, but more often than not, it signifies a lack of interest. If compliments from her are as rare as a blue moon, she might not be into you. Sign number 9, she doesn't open up to you. Now this one's a bit tricky because everyone has their pace when it comes to revealing their inner world. However, the willingness to share personal thoughts, feelings, and experiences is a crucial part of forming a deep connection. Emotional intimacy is the foundation of any successful relationship. If she keeps the conversation surface level, never delving into her fears, dreams, or past, it might be a sign that she's not emotionally invested in you. It's not about knowing her deepest secrets or her entire life story, but about feeling that she trusts you enough to let you see her true self, vulnerabilities and all. If she's always guarded around you, never letting her emotional walls come down, it can indicate a lack of interest. She might just not see you as someone she wants to open up to. If she's always guarded around you, it's a clear sign. And finally, sign number 10, she tells you she's not ready for a relationship. This is perhaps one of the most straightforward signs that she may not be into you. When she utters this line, especially if it's repeated, it's not just a casual comment thrown into the conversation. It's a clear sign, a signal indicating her lack of interest in pursuing anything more than a friendship with you. It's essential to respect her words and understand what she's conveying. It's not a maybe later or a not right now. It's a polite and considerate way of expressing her feelings, or rather the absence of them. She's essentially letting you know that she doesn't see a romantic future with you. Don't misinterpret this as a challenge to win her over or a temporary feeling that will change with time. If she's constantly reminding you that she's not ready, she's probably not into you. These are the 10 signs she might not be into you. From her constant busyness to her lack of initiation in contact, her distance in person, and her frequent talks about other guys. If she avoids serious conversations, doesn't include you in her future, or introduce you to her friends, take note. Her rare compliments and lack of openness may also be telling. If she outright says she's not ready for a relationship, heed her words. Remember, gentlemen, understanding these signs can save you a lot of heartache. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this.